This is The Burt Show.
It's been done. It's been done on this show before, but it's super, super rare where we have taken calls from Burt Show listeners that said, look, I didn't even know he was married. And we had this relationship for 6 or 7 months before I even found out he was married. And then it all gets blown up and the quote unquote side piece ends up really good friends with the wife. It can happen.
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm not sure I understand either.
My bad.
Is your watch?
My watch, yeah. I don't know what happened.
I think his watch needs you to explain the situation again.
That was
Siri.
so beautifully
Yeah.
done.
Siri, shut up.
Shut up, Siri. All right? I'm at work. Not right now.
This is exactly what Tara wants to try to pull off also. Hey, Tara.
Hey.
All right. Is it the same type situation where you were having the affair with the dude but didn't even know that he was married? Because that's the only way I could see this happening.
Exactly. I had no idea. No idea. And we were just about at 6 months. And I was like, I really, really like this guy. This is awesome. Not even an inkling.
When you look back at this, because we've talked to women that, you know, their husband has been messing around or vice versa for 10 years. 10 years and then they find out. And my knee-jerk reaction is always like, how can you not know for 6 months? How could you not know for 10 years? And then when you find out, do you look back at it and go, oh my God, there was a sign, there was a sign, there was a sign, or did you just choose to not see it?
You know, I mean, I think about that a lot. And I mean, I think that the way that I found out was a sign. So I feel sort of good about that. Like I didn't ignore something that I thought was weird and I followed up on it. You know what I mean? So that makes me feel like it could have gone on forever if I had ignored that and been like, no.
Well, that's an easy follow-up. How did you find out?
Well, so I was out with him and ran into an old friend of mine, somebody I've known for ages. And I was like, oh, my God, hey, Phil. And he was like, hey. And then it was clear that they knew each other, too, but, like, not well. And it wasn't, like, super warm or anything, which was sort of weird. But I was like, oh, well, that's interesting that, like, one of my old friends knows this new guy that I've been dating. And but then it was like, okay, we got to go. And then I texted Phil later and I was like, do you know him? And he was like, yeah, and this is weird. I was going to call you later. I didn't want to do it tonight and ruin your day. But, like, he's married and I don't think it's an open relationship. And I was like, what? So it's like I had this gut feeling about the way that they interacted. And then I followed up on it because I was just like, what is the deal?
Sure.
You know?
Real quick, so when this interaction happened, you could tell by the way the two of them were interacting, how was he treating you in front of this guy?
It was, you know, and I play it back in my mind. I thought he was being sort of just like edgy because we were trying to get going. We were running sort of late. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, when people are running late, they act that way. But it definitely, in retrospect, feels like he was maybe a little bit panicked and trying to, like, get us out of that situation so that he could, like, deal with it later.
Okay.
You know, and address it.
There's a lot of ground to cover here. So you find out, and then do you reach out to the wife at that point?
Yeah, I do. You know, I'm not like a passive person. And, you know, like you were saying, people can go for years and not know. And so I was just like, I got to reach out to her. You know, it's not too hard to, once you know that someone's married, it's not too hard to figure out who they're married to and get a hold of them. You know, it's not that much detective work.
So she had no idea this was going on until you reached out to her and said, hey, there's some confusion going on here. Just want to let you know blank.
Yeah. And like they'd been married for 5 years. and she had no idea, like, trusted him completely. And it just blew my mind because it is that thing of, like, how can this person lead such a convincing double life? Like, that is some weird talent.
So she gets this message from you and immediately blows up, or she wants more information, or how's that received?
She's upset, you know. She didn't blow up. She's not like, and this is why I think that we might be able to be friends. But we'll get to that, I guess. But she didn't blow up. She was like surprised, hurt, confused, and then just wanted to, like, you know, go and talk to him and be like, what is going on? You know, not wanting to do anything wild or off the handle or, like, go scream at him. And then she went and talked to him, and now they're, like, separated.
Okay, so
You know,
I'm curious as to what you said to her, because as a married woman, another woman reaches out and tells me she's having an affair with my husband. I'm not going to believe a stranger.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, you know, listen, you don't know me and you have no reason to believe me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's just a good instinct and maybe one that a lot of women share. But, oh, God. So I was like, but I'm just going to tell you the truth and you can choose to believe me or not. And I was like, this is how long it's been going on. These are the days that we've gone out. You know, at first it was just like once a week, but then it increased to like 3 or 4 times a week. And because she was like, oh, he was supposed to be doing this, it's like the pieces started to fall into place for her.
Okay, so let's fast forward to the question you have now. You want to reach out to her and say, hey, let's go hang out?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been stressed out, and I just feel like I want to have a weekend away at, like, a beach to just chill and decompress. And then, so the idea that I had, and it might be crazy, but I think she's really cool. And I know that she's also stressed out and going through it. And I feel like we could be friends, and this is maybe a weird way to meet, but I was thinking of calling him, being like, do you just want to go to the beach and, like,
well, do you
have drinks?
Do you think that maybe you guys should start, like, I don't know, over a White Russian or something? And then, work your way?
Yeah.
It's a summer spritz. They're totally going to bond over an Aperol.
You don't take a weekend to drink with someone for the first time when it may be like a tumultuous, like, you're going to murder her. Like, just start at Starbucks, see how you both are with caffeine, then move to White Russians at night with alcohol.
Mo?
I just feel like what makes you so confident that she's going to be receptive to you with the fact that you were messing with her husband?
Because you always want to find people that you have things in common with. And they have something in common.
And him? Okay.
She is right. The ice has been broken.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's facts.
So is your question, should I ask her to go away for a weekend with me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
That's a no.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard no all the way around. No.
Hard no.
Wow, yeah, I was picking up on that might be your guys' answer.
Yeah, I mean...
But, okay, but maybe I will start with the Starbucks, you know? Like, and
go to one of those pottery places. You can paint or something. Or maybe that's where you start before you go all the way in.
No,
she might not
she's
even...
getting pushed in a kiln.
Yes. Many ways to murder at a pottery studio.
See if she's even... She may... Like, you might just be a tremendous reminder to her about her terrible husband. She might not want anything to do with you whatsoever, and if that's the case, I wouldn't take it personally, but I certainly wouldn't suggest a weekend at hedonism before I even go and do pottery.
Fair enough. I'm hoping that maybe I can be someone who understands and, you know, isn't so connected to the life that they've shared together, you know.
All right, so in a word, all of us are saying no. Don't
No.
do it. Don't do it. If you're going to ask her for something, go have a drink or something. But as far as the weekend goes, it's a little loony.
And things off the table. Nothing like no shooting range,
Yep.
no archery, no tossing of an axe.
Axes.
Yeah, I'm going to rule out bowling just because I don't trust you.
This is The Burt Show.